dear to his heart, so he knew he was acting with his heart. He was asking forgiveness with his heart. Who's gonna give your family away? They don't
Well,
be getting that easy, you know?
But all right, so fast forward that just a hair more. When they get to the land, where does Jacob set up shop?
Across, away.
Shechem.
Shechem. Not where they were.
And what's interesting about Shechem is Shechem sits right in the center of Mount Ebal and Mount Gerizim.
Mhm.
Yeah, but,
Between blessing and cursing.
Exactly, yeah.
but there again, why?
There's that blessing.
He still wasn't sure.
He still wasn't sure. He still thought, oh, no, he's going to go bad anytime.
Because he scammed him, he thought he was gonna scam him.
So he's
You
saying,
know,
he's thinking,
played the
"Ah,
game
this
the way
is-
he did it.
it's going to be bad. And Esau's going, no, come share, come join in, you know. Once again, that sheep and wolf in sheep's clothing, I don't know. But I'm making the point that we go back and we look and we see the blessing that's given, and then we see Esau, he's just upset. He's mad. He's like, I've gotten screwed on this deal from the beginning, and this wasn't really my fault. That's what he's saying. I mean, that's what he says. That's what he says. That's what we all say when something bad happens to us. It's not really my fault. But he's going, you know what? I'm not going to let this stand. And so he makes the plan. He's going to kill him. And what does the father do though? What does the father?
Intercedes.
Huh?
He intercedes.
He provides a way out. He provides a way out. He provided the way out of going to Laban. And what did he have to stay? How long did he have to stay with Laban?
20 years.
20 years. 20 years changes a lot of decisions.
He paid for his birthright?
He paid for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There again, he was also blessed. He was blessed everywhere he went.
Well, and it's beautiful. I mean, you wonder how, and people recognize that blessing. Laban recognized the blessing that was on Jacob. He goes, "You're blessed. You stay here, man, because I'll be blessed through you." We see the camp Abimelech knowing that if you'll stay here, I'll be blessed. You know, and recognizing that with your presence, I get blessed. I don't know whether they knew of the covenant, whether that covenantal promise was known, that through you I will bless the nations, you know? So,
And it's interesting that you bring that up. When they made that, Abimelech went after him and he said, we said clearly that Yahweh was with you, so we said there ought to be a sworn agreement between us and you.
mhm.
Let us make a treaty with you that you will do us no harm, just as we did not molest you, but always treated you well and sent you away in peace, and now you are blessed. So they left in peace. Who did he just make a lawful agreement with?
Is it the Canaan?
The-
It's the Philistines?
Philistia,
Philistines,
which is
the
where now the
Philistines.
Palestinians want to
Right,
live.
right.
There is a legal binding agreement there that the
Yep.
Palestinians do not want to live by. They want that land, but they don't want to live by the agreement.
Yep. Yeah, but you're just being legalistic.
Gee.
Well, guys, I've got one more comment or one more question.
Just one question though, in what you were talking about with, don't we also see though, in this picture, isn't this where, just before he meets with Esau, isn't that where he wrestles with the angel and gets his name changed?
Yep.
So we're actually seeing now, just like we see in a number of images, two personalities. We get to see Peter and Simon, two different personalities here being shown. You know, we get to see Jacob and Israel, and we see them being shown again afterwards. There's times when he's acting like Jacob, and there's times when he's acting like Israel. And so, I mean, I think it's really significant as to why they come together. And I think that may have an influence over the result with Esau. Whether we are told that he knows that something in his brother's character has changed. And he's received another blessing now that he didn't even have before. You know, and that's what I was getting at when when we know that these people go to lands, and these people in these lands know they're blessed and going, "Psh, there's something about you. Hey, just stay here, man. We're gonna be blessed just by your presence." I think there's something about that meeting between Esau and Jacob at that point in time, after he wrestled with this angel, that there was a different strength that he saw in his brother, that he said, maybe now is not the time. Maybe I need to make peace here.
Well, God saw him, was over him. But they were brothers. He didn't have a sister or another brother. They were brothers. That's it. Seeing a brother is just one. I mean, I've got a couple of brothers and sisters, but just knowing that you have another brother, your blood, first blood, that's a special.
That resentment lasted 20 years.
20 years, they hadn't seen each other. Some people die without even seeing each other again, but they got to see each other.
Can I change the subject? Only for a little bit. 'Cause it was something I wanted to say like 2 hours ago. Okay, I find it interesting that all three, there's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all three wives were barren for a period of time. I know this is the simplest little thought that everybody's gonna go, duh, but I'm just saying, sometimes the simple things hit you really hard. And, so all three were barren, and Whitney showed me, a little commentary on something in her Bible, and all three were barren, so how much more of a miracle and a testimony to all nations is Israel, period, that it's here, because it was through some, just, all three were barren, all of it, everything was a miracle to begin with, that Israel's even a nation, so, I know it's simple, but I wanted to say it back when we were doing simple things, cool, so.
All three lived in a house where there was foreign gods.
Many foreign gods we know.
But with a consequence and/or just to show God's glory, period, which, that would be part of it, but to show God's glory, to bring about a miracle in each of those relationships.
And I think it also it's God almost repeating the same test. I've given you a promise. Are you going to do it and try and do it under your power, or are you going to wait for me? And
Yeah, and over in scripture, you'll see where he promises something and then he allows a contradiction to see if that person will continue in faith. And I think that's,
I think
partly,
it's the picture of all the prophets.
yeah,
I've given you, you know what to do. Okay, now I'm going to send you a prophet who's going to tell you what's going to happen if you don't do it. There's your choice. Now go ahead. Are you going to do it or are you going to not do it? Go for it. But
also it's in his timing,
yeah,
They wanted a baby right away, well, it's my time, not yours.
yeah.
Let's wait 100 years.
What?
Let's wait 190 years.
I'm so glad I'm not saying.
Okay, the last thing I'm gonna ask is a question that Randy Kane and I both have. Totally not related, but it's just a question, so that you can start thinking about it. Yeah, you can turn that off. Bye.